Hello, everybody. This is Joshua Hayes at BigWaveTrading.com coming to you with the March 31st, 2009 stock market wrap up for you to use either tomorrow, on Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. It doesn't matter. It works for a period of days. We're not day traders here at BigWaveTrading.com. We actually believe in investing in some things for more than a day. So let's go ahead and start this off. And as you can see, we're going to start with the NASDAQ, and we're going to see that the NASDAQ opened at 1519. Let me go and go all the way down the plus sign so you can see the open body bar, and closed at 1528, which gave it a positive overall day, and from the day before gave it a 1.78% increase on higher volume than the day before, which is excellent considering that the last 2 days we've sold off on the NASDAQ 5.4%, but volume was lower each day, just like you want to see whenever there's a pullback. So today was a very good day. The only problem is that the NASDAQ, I do believe, was up right around 3% at one point intraday. And as you can see here, while it closed at 1528, it did hit 1554. So it came well off the highs of the day. The good news is we have 18 longs, and 17 of those 18 longs actually closed around. They were either up on the day, up for the day, or closed in the upper end of their daily intraday range, which is very good on a day where the market pulls back a little. We do have one full sell tonight, but it was in a speculative long anyway, so it shouldn't be hurting anybody. Our higher quality longs are still holding in and are moving up. Now, moving on from the NASDAQ, let's go and go to the New York Stock Exchange. You see the NYSE retook the 50-day moving average on a 1.63% move. Once again, the disappointment is that it closed at 49.78, but it managed to get above the 5,000 point at one point each day and actually hit 50.55. So it came well off the highs of the day. Still close higher, volumes bigger than the day before. That's what you want to see on up days, and that's what we're getting currently right now since I'm going to say since March 10th. So since March 10th, everything is going to plan perfectly. Even the big distribution day that you see here in the NYSE came with a day where it was only down 2.13%. It wasn't down 4, 5%, 6%, and you can see a little baby wick. And then the next day, it retook back the old highs. So these charts are looking really good for the first time in over a year. It's been since August, September 2007 when some people gave me their accounts since we've actually had good stocks. So we've been waiting for a full year and 6 months almost for stocks to start to look right. And it looks like they're trying to now. Now, will they or will they not? I don't know. Right now, so far, all is well. Everything that I'm long, I'm either holding or I have gains on. And then there was just the one that we had to cut. But you know what? We're cutting it before it even closes below the 50-day moving average. So we're making an early move based on the ugly action of it. So we're not going to be hit with the loss. And so far, like I said, I'm very happy with the longs. And I would hope that just the way that so many are starting to set up to be potential longs in the near-term future, along with the current longs I have now, that means that we could have a rally that lasts more than 1 month or 2 months. Maybe we can get one that lasts 4 or 5 or 6 months. However, I really doubt that we're in a new bull market unless we are having a hyperinflation rally based on the government printing dollars like it was frickin' toilet paper, which is seriously what our money will be worth. So I still have to say to everybody, I still would prefer it if you have at least 20 to 25 years left in your life to please, please, please take advantage of any dip in gold and buy gold. Not the stock GLD, the ETF, or the ETF IAU, or the ETF DGP to get twice your amount. I'm talking about the actual metal. There are a lot of quality, reputable websites to go through, and to actually have some gold is worth it. Even if you only put 20% of your account in gold, we can use the other 80% to try to get these longs that are setting up now, and like they used to set in 2002, 2004, to double, triple, or like in 2003, get a 1,000% return on our money. Or, I mean, that's just worth it. The 80%, you'll make plenty of that way. That 20%, if all hell breaks loose and our dollar continues to become worthless like it has been since the 1900s, early 1900s, you will see gold shoot much higher. And I hear people talk 1,500, 2,000. I think that's a joke. I don't see why it couldn't hit 3,500 to 5,000 if all of the countries do what we do and we all F up and we all create toilet paper money. That would only leave a few places to go,
platinum, silver, and gold. There would be no other safe place to go whatsoever. It doesn't matter where you put your money, you'd be doing bad. So this is just more of a safety play. But right now, the markets look very, 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 very good. I'm very happy, but that's only on the short term. I mean, we could rally for another 2-3 months and then get hit with huge distribution again. You don't know. We have very, very nice charts starting to set up, but there is one key missing. There is no extremely hot chart setting up. Now, we can test the March lows, hold the March lows, continue to go higher, make new highs on the indexes, which would then give us a series of higher lows and higher highs, which would then allow some charts to complete cup, base on base, cup with handles, double bottom bases in a more perfect, hopefully volume correct fashion, and hopefully we get the max stream bop with our charts. That way we can go long some of our longs like AIPC, which we have a 40% gain on, that actually gave us the real buy signal back here in June with the max stream bop. Huge, huge volume accumulation day and break out of a beautiful cut base. Like I keep trying to tell everybody, had we had that day, we'd be up 225% right now. But Warden does not carry over-the-counter bulletin board stocks, so I was not able to use my price, volume, and BOP like I use on my charts to actually go long this stock. However, I think it's quite clear that it's perfect, and I think it's quite clear by how much I talk about this stock that I'm still holding a major, major grudge. So that's just the way it is. And let's see how much time I have left to see what else I can show you. Good, I got plenty of time. Good, good, good. Got oil. I want to show you oil. I said it would be in between 35-50. It got above 50 for a little bit, but we're back to 48, and I just don't see oil going too far. I know people think that oil is going to blast higher, but I think that every single government out there is a socialist retard right now, and pardon me, that's the incorrect term to use, but they're socialists, and being a socialist, you got to have something wrong in your head. There's got to be a few screws loose to actually think that government control over people is the right way to run things. But I just can't see how, if that continues, unless we restrict oil drilling everywhere, how oil's going to go back to where it was, near 200, right, or 150. I can't even remember because I don't even like to think back that far. But let me look right here. 146, almost got to 150. I just don't think that's ever going to happen again. So the long oil bulls, I'm not with those guys. I think that they're all wrong. Silver, however, like I said, if you're going to buy silver, we've had the golden cross a few days ago where the 50 crossed above the 200-day moving average. The silver found support right off the 50 and 200-day moving average, and even though it's right here, this is where you would technically want to buy silver. And as for gold, like I told you, any pullback in gold is a great time to buy. I have no problem. Right here, it's dancing around the 50-day moving average, which means it's still in an uptrend, which means it's still a major buy for me. So at 923, to me, that looks like it's only 92. Because I see extreme value in this world metal, knowing how stupid and ignorant our government is. I mean, who the hell, honestly, who has never run an automobile company says, okay, Mr. CEO of this company for quite a while that actually knows how the company works, you're fired, and I'm going to find a CEO to replace you who has no idea how to run the business because the government knows more than you. I mean, this is getting out of control, and every day more and more insane stuff happens. So for me, this dollar rally is just what Peter Schiff calls it. A big whoop-de-doo, no big deal. It's right now it's just being manipulated. And I don't like to believe in all this weird things like, oh, this is going to happen because there's a conspiracy here or there. But our government is seriously fools. I mean, you cannot print dollars like they're doing and not expect the dollar to fall. So whenever the dollar breaks down, I believe it started to here on the 18th. If the breakdown would happen to continue, I say go short the dollar. However, right now it's moving higher, and if you do that, you are fighting the trend, and that is always wrong. Always. Right now, the right play is to be long stocks. Too bad we couldn't get long here for the 200% gain back in June on AIPC. Or here in August, where it bounced on the 50-day moving average on strong volume with green bop and was entirely in the base. After that flat base it had in July, even without the max green bop, it was a screaming buy. There's 185% out the window. So whatever. That's the way it is in this market of craziness where the government gets its face involved in everything. And when the hands and the feet and the face of the government is in the free markets, markets are no longer free. So if we're not moving up like China, don't blame me. Blame your president and the one before and the one before that. Okay, everybody, I'm going to go and wrap it up there. I believe we've gone over the time. No, we still got plenty of time. I could keep talking if I wanted to, but I'm not. All right, we're going to be back with part 2 and probably part 3 for subscribers because we have a lot of longs to go over. However, I'll try to get it all in part 2. Aloha. Oh, wait. Before I go, I did find something to talk about. Configure-C. Update your virus software, update your adware, run full system checks on multiple things on your computer, and also the most important thing is make sure your Windows update is your Windows patch is completely up to date, because Configure-C is going to be released tomorrow, and if he doesn't release it tomorrow, he'll release it some other time. But this is a pretty mad genius, so better safe than sorry. Aloha.